Whether you are an electrician, a contractor, or self-electrician, this guide will help you master commercial wiring with safety and precision. Welcome back to Electric Aid, wonderful people. In this episode, we are continuing with the conduit piping of a shopping center, focusing on 1, 2, or more story building. If you've not watched the first part of this series on shopping center, try and use the link in the description below. And if you have questions or comments about things that bothers you in this particular video, drop your comments in the comment section. Your comments is highly needed here so that we'll be able to serve you better. Thank you. Now let's continue. Take a look at this sketch here. You'll see a drawing of a 2-story building, and you're going to see Main DBs, Main DB1, Main DB2, Main DB3. And remember, this is for demonstration purposes. We may have more DBs. The building may be bigger than what you are seeing here. We are just taking a little of the building to show you in this demonstration. So here we have shops or stores, and each of these stores may have toilets and bathroom, and we are making use of sub-DBs here in each of these shops to be occupied by different occupants. So here you have Main DB1, Main DB2, Main DB3. Remember, this Main DB has opening up and down such that if you want to route your pipe from up, it is allowed. If you want to follow ground floor on the deck, it's allowed. This one will follow deck, this one will follow ground floor, it's allowed. So you can follow up. In this drawing, we are using up for the routing of our pipe, and this pipe should be bigger than the normal 20 mm or 25 mm. And we are not making use of 2 or 3, we are using only 1. So one can make use of 1/4 pipe or 1.5 pipe. So subsequently, I will show you how to bend this pipe so that it will not be a problem for you when in such situation. So let's continue. There are many ways electricians connect their pipes or route their conduits to a point of general power supply. This is board 1, board 2, board 3. Assuming this is board. Now in this board, many electricians have many ways of routing their pipes and doing their wiring. If you watch this video up to this extent and you've not even shown us a like, I don't know what you are waiting for. Just smash the like button, share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that when next we post our learning videos, you will be first to get it. Thank you. Now let's continue. This is board 1. Board 1 has cut out fuses 1, 2, 3. This is another board with fuses, cut out fuses 1, 2, 3. Then under here we have this. Let's say this is our switch gear that will be connected to the general power supply. So here we have 3-phase and 1 neutral. Let's say this is our neutral. These are neutral. And here we have the pipe for the 2nd floor. This pipe is for the 1st floor, and this pipe is for ground floor coming. Here, this neutral will be shared such that it will feed here, here, and here. While the life will come 1, 2, 3, and we connect this to this, this to this, connecting only one fuse. The same thing is repeated here and here, such that one fuse will serve at a particular point in time. You cannot put the 3 fuses at the same time. So here we have this, 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 and this, and it will be connected to this, this to that, this to that. Here, this to this, this to that quarter fuse, and this quarter fuse. Remember, we're talking about the supply, so that when the general source of power, when the source of general power supply enters one, it will enter to each and every one of them, and meaning that the power supply must have reached to every of these main DBs. So long as the DBs are on, the main circuit breakers, if the main circuit breakers are switched on, lights will be fed to the sub DBs. So, but there are other ways of doing this. There are other ways of doing this. In a more professional way, there are other ways of doing this. If this is your switch gear, this is your gear switch or your switch gear, such that it is either connected to source of general power supply or isolated. The building will be isolated. It will protect the building entirely. It will isolate the building. Now, what we are saying here is that this is a gear switch. Let's look at it in different way now. This is not a board this time around. We are talking about gear switches now. This main DB is connected to a box here, and the wiring will be such that it will come out from that box to be connected to a gear switch. This is another gear switch to be connected to the main DB, and this one also will be connected to this particular gear switch. And this gear switch or switch gear will be connected to the source of general power supply. It will feed here, and feed here. So that anytime this one is connected, there will be supply to that floor. To this one, there will be supply, and this, there will be supply. You may decide to isolate one. If maintenance is going on here, all you need to do is to isolate this. In this case, if maintenance is going on, all you need to do is to remove this fuse and leave these other ones. You understand? So in this case, your wires will not be exposed. Your wires will not be exposed. In this case, your wires will not be exposed. But your wires may be exposed in this case. That's the difference. So at this point, I've come to the end of this video. In our next video, we will be talking about the conduit wiring of a parapet. How to run the conduit wiring of a parapet. And if you have watched up to this point, I want to thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe for our next video. Will be very interesting as well. Thank you, and God bless.